Hello, 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 my lovely, lovely friends. Thank you for joining me here on A Journey in Light. My name is Joy. Hello. Today we're going to do a pick a card on what do you need to know, and we're going to let Spirit guide this one. I don't really know what's going to come up in each of these piles, so it could really be anything. So we're just going to go with it. So just know wherever you're drawn to, obviously your guides know what's in the piles, so just go with wherever you're drawn and just know there's something within that pile that you needed to hear or need to understand or keep in mind. So I have 3 piles for you guys today. I have pile 1. I have this Eye of Shiva, which is the fossilized shell, and the, oh goodness, why can I never remember the name of this deck? Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. Then I have pile 2. Okay, I'm a hot mess. Sorry, guys. Okay, pile 2 with this Clear Quartz Angel with a Broken Wing. And this is the Reigning Rogue Tarot by Sam Sawyer. And then pile 3, I have this lovely chunk of Amethyst Point. Beautiful. And the Modern Witch Tarot. So take a deep breath. Go with whichever pile you're drawn to the most. If you're drawn to more than one, you could have another message in another pile, so feel free to watch that. The timestamps will be in the description box below. Just open the description box. You'll find your timestamp. You can click on that. It'll take you right to your spot in the reading. Sometimes people choose by the numbers on the timestamp as well if they're having a hard time choosing. So again, we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So I'm going to leave these up for a moment. Again, take a deep breath. Trust your intuition and go with whichever pile that you're drawn to the most. And I will see you at your pile. Bye, guys. You're sitting there. Hello, sorry I didn't talk to you. I was trying to do something on my computer. Take a sip of coffee. Cheers for coffee, you guys. I love coffee. If you're sitting in between, and I know a lot of people typically buy decks for my channel, which is super awesome. I have a lot of decks though I don't even get to use as much. I've been trying to rotate ones in. If you want to support the channel or support me a little bit, there is a link on there that you can buy me a cup of coffee. So you can click that link and it's a website, and it's, buy me a cup of coffee. You can buy me a cup of coffee if you want to show support to the channel. I always appreciate that. I appreciate everyone who's done that so far or given me donations on PayPal to help me keep this going. So I just want to say in between, thank you to anyone that has done that thus far, anyone that chooses to do that. It's very honoring and it really does help me out a lot. So thank you for that. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 1. You guys picked this fossilized shell. It's known as Eye of Shiva. It has one more name. I'm sure somebody will comment it. So we are going over what do you need to know. I'm going to allow my guides and spirit to let whatever needs to come out, come out. So we will just see, what do pile 1 need to know? Hope everyone's doing well. This is a general reading, so not every single point may apply, but overall, if you were guided to this pile, then you should have messages in here. I also want to just say a quick thank you to anyone who has bought me a coffee on the link in my thing, or supported my channel by a donation, or even just liking and commenting or watching the ads. I just want to say thank you guys. It really does help me out a lot and helps me keep these videos going. So okay, pile 1. What does pile 1 need to know at this time? we have a 10 of Swords in reverse, a 5 of Wands is in reverse, the Emperor in reverse. I love these cards, but they bend up and move, and then my OCD kicks in. Okay. King of Cups in reverse, the 9 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, the Worlds, the Chariots. Overall energy that you need to know is the Fool, guys. So there is a new beginning coming in. It may involve doing things differently, taking a leap of faith, but doing something you're literally being called from within you to do, and to really just dive into it. But I think there's going to be just, yeah, I keep getting this like, don't do it the way you've been doing it. Like if you've been working at something and that process or that approach hasn't worked this far, it's time to let those old things go and really approach whatever this is for you, whatever this new thing is that's coming in for you that may look a little differently for everyone, but approach it with a different angle, a different perspective, a new approach. So we'll start over here. We have a 10 of Swords in reverse. So I feel like if you've been in a cycle where you feel like everything was going against you, or, you know, maybe people weren't treating you the way that you wanted to be treated, or things just weren't going your way and you felt very much stabbed in the back. I mean, very much like that picture is very ouch, right? So just know that that's coming to an end here. Like with it being in reverse, it's like those past pains are gone. You also that may be what you need to let go of, is worrying about what happened in the past, because you're really stepping into this energy of feeling very like things are just going to be working in your favor, like a wish fulfilled. Everything's going to be coming together for you with this 9 of Cups. You're going to feel very bountiful. It could be within love. It's going to, again, look a little differently for everybody. There could be, for some of you guys, I'm getting this vibe of like an old relationship that didn't work out could be changing, or you just realize that you may not even need that person and you're very happy finally on your own. Again, take that as it works for you. This 5 of Wands in reverse clarified by the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a time where you're no longer going to have to like even feel the need to fight for yourself. Like it's one of these, like this perspective change may just be like, you know what, I don't need to explain myself to anyone. I don't need to keep putting in and putting in and putting in to people who aren't putting in to me. This really just feels like a massive, for this pile, a perspective change, or a need to change your perspective if you haven't already gotten there. So that might be the tweak that you need, that you need to hear. Like, what do you need to know? You need to approach this differently. Like, you don't need to stand your ground here. You don't need to fight for what you believe in. If it's something you want to do, if it's something that lights you up, who cares what anyone else thinks, guys? This is your life. You are the creator of your life. This is your experience. If things aren't, I mean, obviously we can't control everyone in our experience. If you have people in your life that aren't bringing you sunshine, aren't bringing you joy, aren't lighting you up, maybe it's time to cut those people out as much as you can. I know not every situation we can, but we can adjust things in our life to make it work better for us. So that's a big message here. Like, you're going to feel this need of not needing to fight for it. Like, you don't, like, let go of the need for people to understand where you're coming from. Like, if they don't get it, they just don't get it. And that's fine. It's not their life. It doesn't matter. Just let it go. All right. So if you've been feeling possibly insecure, a lack of confidence in yourself, I feel like that's shifting. As you really step into your authentic self, you're going to be feeling very completed, very much in your own power here. Also, if you've had an oppressor in your life, I feel like that person's going to be leaving. For some of you guys, I feel like that might be job related. You may be either switching jobs or switching to a different team where you have a different manager. Like, basically there's someone in your life that maybe has been hard on you, or just, you know, I feel like you're going to be moving past that. Where, yeah, it's, and I don't mean oppression, like it's not that deep in this situation, but as just like feeling like you can't be yourself. Like, whoever that is that's in your life that makes you feel like you can't do things the way you want to do things or be the best version of yourself, that's going to be changing. And that may be like with this kind of leap of faith, energy, this new approach, this new thing that you're going to be going after is really just going to, like, everyone else that doesn't belong in your life is going to be falling away. As you raise your vibration, as you go towards what lights you up, anything else that doesn't need to be in your life is going to be falling away. So we have this King of Cups in reverse. My phone never buzzes, and so my phone is buzzing with random app notifications. Anywho, sorry for that noise in the background. So King of Cups in reverse. So there may be a person that you want to express your feelings to, or someone that is in your life that you've been wanting them to express your feelings or their feelings. You know, you've been curious about how they're feeling. Like our King of Cups, typically, like, he's very loving. He's very secure. He's emotionally available, but he has his cup of love, but he doesn't always like express what he has. So with it being in reverse, clarified by the Chariot, I feel like that's going to be shifting. You're going to either hear about how someone feels about you, or you're going to feel urged to maybe be assertive and be the one who speaks your truth to someone that you care about, that maybe you have an inkling that they care about you. Again, it feels very distinctively two different situations. So some of you guys may be listening like, yes, I've been waiting for this person to tell me how they feel, and this could be coming in, this Chariot energy, really quickly. I do want to point out the Chariot energy is Cancer energy. Just throwing that out there. We also have Aries here. I don't think the world is typically too much of anybody, depending on the reader. Yeah, so overall, guys, new approach, new beginnings. But again, approach this new. Like, it's this, stop giving a crap about what anyone thinks about your life. Like, it feels like very like, go to the beat of your own drummer boy. Like, you have your own drum, whatever path you want to take, wherever you want to go, just let, like, the fear of what people think or what they're going to say, let that go. It doesn't affect you. That's their opinion. That's their perception. It's not yours. Just again, go on your own adventure. Go flying. So I want to pull some message cards. I just got this deck yesterday. I really wasn't sure what to expect of it, but I really liked it. So let's see, pile one. What else? Woo, this one. What else do they need to know? It says, unlimited. I create my reality with the thoughts I think and the things I focus on. I am unlimited in my ability to create a beautiful life full of good and love. So yeah, you are unlimited. You can do whatever you want. Like, the sky is the limit here. Like, you're only held back by either your own beliefs or listening to the beliefs of others. So really just let that crap go. You know, let all the things that hold you back go so you can soar. Let's see, what else for pile one? What do they need to know? I'm also feeling very guided. I might pull some, I wasn't trying to make this a love reading, but I may pull some cards about this love section right here in a minute. But let's see what else in general. Up and out. To heal the parts of me that feel hurt, I must feel every emotion. It has to come up to come out. I don't try to push my feelings away. I sit with them and feel them as I release them. So that also might be a new approach you're taking. Like, if you've been the type of person where you're like, oh, I don't want to deal with that emotion, I'm just going to do something else to distract me, and it's still there, and maybe it's the time to really sit with these emotions, sit with the shadow, figure out what it's trying to whisper to you, what it's trying to teach you, and what needs to be healed, so then you can transmute it and move on with your life. All right, one more for pile one. Oh, it's the end of the thing. So maybe you guys don't need another message, but I don't need that card. All right, so like I was talking about, what do I want to pull? All right. This Lover's Oracle was staring at me. So let's see if we can get a little more insight for those of you that relate to this kind of waiting for this person to explain things. So we have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So this could be a soulmate energy or soul level connection. Put whatever label you want on that. We do have multiple soulmates in our lives, but just know that, you know, keep your thoughts positive about it and what can happen for you. All right, what else for this little, let's just pile one need to know about this love connection. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only being true to yourself that you can be true to others. That's kind of the whole message of your whole pile. So this also relates to this. Like, don't worry about what you think you should be doing. What do you want to do? What is your true, like, core self? You know, your internal guidance system. What is it telling you to do? And to do that. All right, do I want to pull? Yep, I do. All right, we're going to pull a couple more messages overall. See what else, we'll see what comes up. What else does pile one need to know or need to hear at this time? You need to understand that you are epic. You are fire. You are light. You are it. You are all of that. You are the creator. You are amazing. You are enough. You are everything and then some, so start acting like it. Stop playing small. If you're playing small, it's time to have a new fresh start there. Like, and really like honor who you are. Cause you know, if you can't see how amazing you are, how do you expect other people to see it? And I don't mean go being, you know, rude and, you know, conceited, but there's a difference between loving yourself and acting like you love yourself and treating yourself like you love yourself in a very healthy way versus being conceited. And hopefully you guys know the difference. If you don't, look into that a little more. If you have a hard time saying, I love myself, or I am epic, or I'm amazing, or I'm a good person, I have a good heart and I deserve good things. If you can't say that, then start working on your self-love as well, because it's not conceited. And if you feel guilty about that, that's also a little trigger within you that you need to work on your self-love. In flow with money. So for a lot of you guys, there could be a money shift coming in where you're making more money. This could be a creative new start for some of you guys, really bringing in new money, but there's a shift. Also, again, you know, I got that message about someone changing roles at work or possibly a new job. So just know that that's going to bring an influx of money and you're really going to be rolling with the money. So think abundant thoughts and know that you deserve all those. So, all right, guys, for pile one, I'm going to end it here. Hopefully you liked this reading. I've been trying to put in more different readings along with my other normal stuff, just to mix it up a little bit. I'm also probably going to be adding in zodiac readings if you guys are interested in me doing that, maybe even just a monthly one coming up. So for the different zodiac signs, because that's something I enjoy watching. So I think I'm going to incorporate those in my channel. So if you like that idea, feel free to drop me a comment about that and let me know you'd like to see zodiac readings. And anything you would like to see. And if you guys have any other options of things that you would like to see, I try to listen to everybody's comments on what kind of readings they would like and appreciate. So feel free to always tell me those suggestions. I do really appreciate them. So as always, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye, guys. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile two. You guys picked this clear quartz angel with a broken wing. So I'm assuming maybe you guys relate to that a little bit. I love this one. It fell and broke and it just made me love it that much more. But I like to look at things as perfectly imperfect. So, okay. Anywho, we are doing a spirit-led reading. I really don't quite know what's going to come up. Pile one was pretty like it touched on lots of different things. So I would hope that your guys will as well. Again, I'm just going with whatever needs to be said, needs to be heard, needs to come through, and we're going to go with that. So This is a general reading, so not everything within the pile might not fit, but if you were guided to pick this one, there should be at least something that you needed to hear in this pile. So I just want to give a shout out to, I've had a couple people give me some donations on PayPal, which always really helps my channel. And just by liking and commenting or sharing with friends, or even watching the advertisements, really, really helps me out and helps me keep doing these readings. So I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much. And I also have a new option on there. I really don't need any more decks. I know a lot of people are buying decks for the channel, which I love, but I have so many now that I don't even get to use them all. I'm trying to rotate through them. I do have an option if you want to help support the channel. You can buy me a coffee, so that link's in the description box as well. I think that was a pretty fun little thing I saw other people doing, so I figured I'd throw that option in there if anybody wanted to buy me a cup of coffee. I'd love that. So, all right. Pile 2. What do they need to know? What does pile 2 need to know? Keep in mind what you got, Spirit. Woo! We have death in reverse. Okay. Don't worry, death doesn't, if you're not familiar with tarot, does not mean anyone's dying. Like all the shows show you. That's not true. Okay, 8 of Cups in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, a lot of Earth energy, 2 of Cups in reverse, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. Overall energy is the Sun, though, guys. I haven't used this deck in a while. It's so pretty. Look at the Sun. So this is what your overall energy and what Spirit wants you to know is: focus on the things that light you up. Focus on the things that make you feel the most alive. Always use that internal, like, what lights you up as your next step and your nudges from the universe. Like, if you don't feel as connected to your guides, where you feel like you get direct messages or anything like that, noted, most people don't. Even us with gifts, it's still a little bit of a mystery half the time, but your internal guidance is going to be always follow those things that light you up from the inside, that make you vibe high. Like, that's where you know where you're on path and on purpose and you're going in the right direction. So if you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, be like, okay, in this moment, what lights me up the most about the choices that I have, and go that way. And then if you're going down that path and then it no longer lights you up, then that's your, okay, we're done with this. Let's redirect and go on a different path. So that's a big message that's coming through, is really honoring what lights you up and really following your internal guidance system, because you guys know more about what you need to do in your life than you give yourself credit for. So we have the Death card, Death in reverse, clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. So this isn't necessarily a time of big change. You may have recently gone through a big change and you've been like, how much more am I going to go through? Like, how many more tower moments, things like that. So death is actually a favorite card of mine. It's about death and rebirth. But this isn't a time where you need to worry about that happening. It really feels like this is the time to really, like, you're going to start feeling more solid. You're going to feel more grounded. You're going to feel like you're able to put your time in. If you felt like you've been in a bubble for a while, or a pause, or stagnation, I know that's been a collective energy. That time, like, all that change, all that metamorphosis, all that butterfly, whatever analogy you want to use, it's time to come out of the cocoon, guys. It's time to, like, you're no longer needing to transform. Like, you've done it. You've put in the work. You've been doing it. And now you're going to feel more focused about where you're going. And again, if you're not quite sure, go with what lights you up. Even if you stop and ask yourself, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, what lights me up right now? And that's where I'm going to go. That I'm going to trust that. I'm going to trust it. So yeah, so you've put in the work. You've done the transformation. You're going to feel very grounded about where that is going. Again, we also have the 8 of Cups in reverse. The 8 of Cups is about going on that spiritual journey. It's that going to deep dive, dark night of the soul stuff. It's in reverse, guys. So all that work that you've been doing, again, you're coming out of it. And a lot of the stuff that you may have doing, that internal work, may have evolved around love, possible partnerships in your life, and you may be feeling like you have a new perspective on them. As I'm recording this, we're in the tail end of Venus retrograde. So during that period of December through mid-December through end of January, you may have been reflecting and going within and really thinking about like the people you love, the places you love, the things you do, all those things, like, do they really fit to where you want to be? And are those people in your life really bringing you that sunshine, you know? So that might have been a reflective stage that you've been in, but now you're coming out of it. Like, you're coming out of that, and you may have had a realization that you need to let go of some people in your life. Like, Two of Cups, you know, is really a loving card, but it can just be a card of partnership. So it doesn't have to be a loving, you know, a romantic love relationship, but just some relationships that no longer are serving you. And that may have been what you realized. So you may have to let those things go if they no longer light you up, and that's okay. So there's also a level of forgiving yourself of if you've changed during this period, if you've changed during this whole cycle, if you've had that spiritual awakening or another layer of it, right? Because anyone who's been there, it's going to tell you, oh, it happens a lot. And it's like a layers of rose or an onion, however you want to look at it, peeling back, peeling back, peeling back. And each time you realize more and more and more, because you have a deeper understanding to learn those lessons as they come back around. So this may be a period, and I'm hearing forgive yourself for no longer wanting these things or possibly needing to let people go. And you don't need to feel guilty about that. You really need to do what serves you the best, what lights you up the most. And if they're not evolving with you, if they're not leveling up with you, it's okay to let them go. Even if it's like family, again, we can only do that so much. I get that. I'm not saying, you know, I mean, do what's right for you, but, you know, just weeding people out or giving them less access to you, and don't feel guilty about that. Like, if you're on the edge of it, like, oh, well, I don't want to disappoint this person, you need to do what's best for you guys. Pile 2. So next we have this Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, as you move forward, you're going to be really focused in on where the even give and take is. Like, I'm pouring into these connections, pouring into this job, pouring into whatever. Is it pouring back into me? Is this an even give and take? And those things you're going to be moving away from. This is, again, a big pile of, you've done the work. Congratulations. It's coming to an end. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be like, thank God. But now with all that work you've done, you're really going to have crystal clear vision about where it is you want to invest your time in and what is no longer pouring into you back, and only giving to those connections. You can still keep certain people in your life, but only give them what they're giving to you. Don't over pour into people that aren't pouring back into you. And that's where we run into the Seven of Pentacles clarified by our Page of Pentacles. Like, Seven of Pentacles is planting those seeds. It's waiting. It's really working through all these things that are really knowing where to invest your time and invest your new beginnings and make those offers. So you could have new connections coming in that are worth your time, that are worth your investment, that are worth seeing where they go. And a lot of earth energy here. So pretty much all the earth energy is in the upright. But so there could be some earth signs in here as well. I do have to point out we have Sun, which sometimes can be Leo. Death card is Scorpio as well. But yeah, guys, it's really just having so much clarity about where you're putting your time and attention in, and really that's what you need to know. You need to know that you can trust that you're seeing things clearly now. And, you know, again, if you're not sure, use that little soul trick, that soul hack, if you will, of, does this light me up or does this make me feel like shit? And if this situation, this person, this whatever doesn't light you up, don't invest your time there. As hard as that is, I get what I'm saying can be very hard sometimes with certain connections that you've invested a lot of time in. But sometimes things are only for a season in our life, and we have to accept that we have to let some of that stuff go. Doesn't mean those people won't catch up with you, but they just can't go along with you right now. And you can't look back. You can't keep focusing back on them. You got to go forward with your life because it is just that. And you will never regret putting yourself first and doing what you need to do for you. And again, if they're meant to catch up with you, they'll catch up with you. They'll get it. They'll get there. I'm not sure of the timing. It might not be when you wanted it, but you will not regret going forward with what lights you up and doing what's best for you and being the best version of yourself in the process. So I want to pull some of these cards. These are mindful messages. I just ordered them on Amazon the other day, and these came in yesterday, and I was pleasantly surprised. So you guys have casting spells. The words you speak and the stories, or the words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe, I attract more of. So shift my story from lack to abundance. And you guys do have a lot of abundance here with this earth energy. I didn't point that out, so I'm glad this card did. Was like, you're bringing in a lot of abundance in your life, so focus in that you're seeing that and really choose to see all of the opportunities, all the abundance that's coming in. Even if it's, you know, finding some change on the ground, that's still abundance. And as you like are grateful and thankful for those little small abundances, you'll notice more will be coming in. Like gratitude is such a major thing in shifting your perspective. And when you're grateful for all the little things, you'll realize like how much more big things are coming your way. Okay. So I shift my story from lack to abundance, from victim to empowered, and from compliant to gratitude. I just said that. Okay. Now when I speak to others through my words, I'm casting beautiful spells. So yeah, it's just a good reminder of the thoughts we think and the words we speak make up our world that we're going to be bringing into us or we're seeing around us. So be very mindful of the thoughts you think and the words you speak. And when you notice that you're speaking of lack or you're complaining or you're focused in on that, realize that that's the law of attraction. You're going to just bring more of that in. And in those moments, we have to be thankful that we don't manifest like that, because we're like, oh crap, how many bad scenarios did I play in my head? Thank God that didn't manifest like that, you know? So when you're doing those things, realize in that moment that okay, I'm going down this rabbit hole. I don't need to be here. This isn't what I want to attract in my life, and refocus onto what you want in your life. All right, what else does pile 2 need to know? Gratitude. Oh, I love this. So yeah, this is a big message for you guys. Gratitude. I love acknowledging all the little things I'm grateful for. I'm sorry, I'm so excited right now, guys. I really haven't played with these cards, so I had no idea that this card was even in here, and this is very much what I just talked about. Sorry, it's a confirmation for me, so I feel like I'm gonna cry. Okay. All the little things I'm grateful for. No matter what I have going on, I always have things to be thankful for. Whether I'm feeling upset, I can fill up a page with things I appreciate. This begins my shift my mood and my focus into which brings me joy. So yeah, gratitude is huge. Be thankful for even the smallest things, and it'll just shift your whole life. It really, really will. Gratitude is one of the most beautiful emotions that we have as humans. And you guys have unique lives. I respect everyone's individual decision and way of life. We are each on our own unique journeys, and my way isn't the only way. My job isn't to change others, but to simply love them. So this is a reminder that if people aren't doing what you want them to do or what you think they should do, they don't have to. You know, that's not, you know, and wanting to change people to be like you isn't necessarily unconditional love. So if we can love people for who they are, it doesn't mean you have to put up with some people's stuff. That's where healthy boundaries come in. But just respecting other people's unique life, and know that you want people to respect how you want to live your life, and you want that in return. So we always want to make sure we're giving that to other people as well, and extending that love to everyone else, because they deserve it just as much as we do. Because we talked about law of attraction, I'm going to actually pull a law of attraction card for you guys, just to see if there's any last messages that need to come in, because again, there's feeling so much tangible abundance coming in for you guys. So anything else from the law of attraction cards for pile 2? Highest expression. Fulfilling life purpose, soul contract, destiny, co-creating with the universe, bliss, and you know your worth. So yeah, make sure you're staying in a high vibe. You know, go towards feeling what fills your purpose, what fills your soul. And, you know, sometimes just being a kind person is your soul's purpose anyway. So don't feel like you have to do like some crazy, amazing, like talk to 1 million people in a stadium, like to fulfill a soul purpose. Your soul purpose could be being kind to someone on a day that they needed it. And that's just as valuable as someone in the spotlight doing the same thing. So don't ever downgrade how much worth and how much you bring to the table for everyone in your life. And again, it's filling your soul purpose. So soul contract, since I accidentally said university, for somebody maybe choosing to go to university, I don't know. But yeah, so make sure you're co-creating with the universe, telling the universe what you want. Again, focusing in on the things that you want to see in your life instead of focusing on the things that you don't like about it. Because that shift will help bring in those things that fill you up and bring you joy. All right, pile 2, I hope this helped. I hope you really like this reading. I've been trying to mix in some more different types of readings into my channel. I'm also probably going to start doing zodiac readings. If anyone is interested in that, let me know in a comment if you'd like to see me start doing those, or any other suggestions you have. I will take those to heart. And as always, thank you guys so very much for spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye, guys. You're sitting there in between. Hi. One of my candles burn out, so let's restart this candle. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's enjoying this reading. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me, and I hope everyone's doing well. Okay. Where did that go? Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 3. You guys picked this really awesome chunk of amethyst. A point. It's one of my favorite. Amethyst is my favorite, so I don't know if it's your favorite. Drop me a purple heart in the comments if you like amethyst as much as I do. All right, so today's reading, we are doing a spirit-led, whatever my guides want us to know. It could be anything. Both piles were pretty different so far, so I'm not sure how you guys are going to be. I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot, which got stuck underneath a lot of my other ones, and I forgot that I hadn't used it in a while, if you can tell by how hard these are to shuffle. Okay, but I was excited that I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I love this deck. I need to pull it out and use it. So thank you to everyone who has donated decks to the channel. I'm kind of not really accepting donations of decks much anymore, just because I have so many and I don't get a chance to use them. I do appreciate that. So if anyone wants to support the channel, you can do so by commenting, by liking, by sharing this video with a friend that you think could hear it, by watching the advertisements, or by, you know, an energy exchange donation on PayPal, or buy me a coffee. I always appreciate those little things, but, you know, just liking and sharing is very helpful to me as well. So, and that is free. So, all right, guys, what does pile 3 need to know? And also, if you're interested in, I do personal readings too. Okay, I'm keeping the Ace of Cups because I saw it 3 times when I was rotating or shuffling. So, but oh yeah, so personal readings, I am open for personal readings. You can find the email to get that information in my description box below. Okay, Strength in reverse. So right now we have the Ace of Cups, the Hermit in reverse, the Strength in reverse, the Hanged One or the Hanged Man. Okay. 5 of Swords. Okay. 5 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. And the 4 of Swords in reverse. overall energy of what you need to know is this Nine of Wands in reverse. So it's time to let your guard down, pile 3. It really is. It's time to let your guard down and possibly let love in, even if it's just love for yourself or love for what you're doing in your life, or potentially a love interest in here. So this Nine of Wands in reverse is, it's time to let you know that you no longer need to have this guard up, have this wall, have these chains around your heart. You don't have to defend things anymore. Things are going to be easier coming in. Like if you've been battled and bruised by life thus far, just know that that's shifting, that's changing for you. That's what you need to know, that you can't, it's safe to let love in. And again, love's going to look a little different for everybody watching this. This also could be, you know, something to do with your soul purpose, about not fighting against what you feel like you need to do versus what you should do, or what you are drawn to do versus what you think you should be doing with your life. It's just overall energy is to really, really let your guard down and let love in and go after the things you love. So Ace of Cups here, clarified by our Five of Swords. Five of Swords is very much a mental battle, mental anguish. This also could be a fight, you know, a fight between two people that no one really wins, but a lot of times it's mental anguish. So with it being reversed, like I feel like you're not going to be fighting yourself anymore. You're not going to be overthinking love. You're going to be in the flow of love. We have this cup like pouring over, and it's like you've let go of resistance about overthinking scenarios. Maybe you recently like looked into your own personal attachment style and really starting to understand yourself and how you relate to other people when it comes to love. If you don't know your attachment style, feel free to look into that. It's a really, really good tool to know about yourself and where you can work on things and what tendencies you have, because it's eye-opening, because it's subconscious stuff that we don't even realize that we're doing, and we're self-sabotaging ourselves all the time and we don't even realize it. So if you feel like if that's spring something in your head when I'm talking about this, look into that. I'm telling you, like, understanding yourself that way, it can be a game changer. So, but yeah, like there's no longer going to be a need to fight against love. You're going to feel like in the flow of love. You're going to be pouring into it, and it's going to be pouring into you. And you don't have to have these walls up around your heart. It's time to take it down. If some of you guys could be coming into a new relationship here, I'm hearing, don't fight it. You can be, don't have the wall up, keep a picket fence, right? So like, have some leeway, have a little trust. Doesn't mean you have to just say like, here's my whole heart, stomp on it, right? But healthy boundaries are good. But I'm saying it's safe for you to open your heart up again. It's safe for you to love again. Like, don't overthink everything. Go with the flow. You know, be mindful. Like, you know, you don't have to be like, just stomp on me, right? But you can be a little guarded, but don't have a brick wall. Have a picket fence to let some flow in and out of you guys. So there could be some new love coming in for a lot of you guys, or it feels new. I mean, if you're looking for someone to return, that may look differently for everybody, but it feels new. I do want to point out we have Virgo and Leo here as well. But yeah, I'm just hearing let love in, let it fill you up. Also, let the love of yourself really fill you up. So Hermit in reverse, clarified by Five of Cups in reverse. So this going within it, this shift that's coming in, what you guys need to know is the stagnancy. I don't think that's a word, but that's what they're giving me. The stagnant period of your life that you've been in, where maybe you've been evaluating like past pains, maybe a little more focused in on them. It's time to stop looking at the past and realize that there's a Two of Cups sitting right here. Like, that's one beautiful thing about the Five of Cups. Five of Cups can be regret, but it's even realizing that all you have to do is shift your perspective, because you're looking at these cups that are spilled. It's the past pains, the past hurts, the coulda, woulda, what ifs, all those things. It's time to like realize that right behind you, if you just turned your back, if you went, stopped looking at the past and you like turned and walked towards your future, you'd realize that a Two of Cups, which is partnership, is right there just waiting for you. But you have to shut these doors on these old things to allow the new things in. And it's time to do that. With the Hermit in reverse, you've probably been very self-reflected, very going within, all those things, like it's time to step out of the box, maybe put yourself out there a little bit. I get that this may be hard for some of you guys listening with the cards that have come up, that this may be freaking terrifying to be like, I don't want to open my heart. I don't want to put myself back out there. I don't want to do this. I'm also hearing like possibly some people getting on like dating apps that maybe had swore they never would. With this computer here, this hermit, like it's time to get out of that little shell and put yourself out there a little bit and not let your past hold you back, because it's just keeping you grounded in something that you can't change. It's like going back and hating a certain part of a movie and watching it over and over and over again. So we don't realize that sometimes we get so fixated on looking at something that happened and we hated it, but yet we keep watching it, and you wouldn't hate a part of a movie and then continue to watch it over and over. So if you didn't like a part of your past, see if there's anything you still need to learn from that and let it go. Like it's not telling you anything different, and it's not making you feel any better. So let that go. Okay, so with strength in reverse clarified by a 7 of Pentacles. So this also might be a shift of thinking about where you've been investing your time, the people you've been investing your time in. If where you've been putting your time and energy and strength and also kindness in, if it's not growing, if you've been planting seeds in a situation, in a job, in somebody else, and it's not making you feel like on top of the world, then it may be time to let those things go and to walk away from that. That's a big overall message for you guys, is to let the old things go. It's time for a brand new beginning, and it's really just letting those go and realizing it's okay that you tried. It's okay to try for something. It just means that you know, and it's okay to hurt, because it means that you did try for something, and it's okay to shift your gears when you realize something isn't working. Just because you invested all this time or energy into something, it doesn't make it, you don't need to regret it, but you do need to reshift and be like, okay, this path is no longer working for me. I want to go towards the things that work for me. I need to have a perspective change with this Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is about flipping your world upside down to look at things from a new angle. And so you may need to look at everything you've done this far from a newer vantage point and see everything that you've gone through taught you something. And if there's nothing less to learn from that, then it is time to let it go and move on. And I feel like, action is really coming in, because the 2 cards we have of pause here, like 4 of Swords in reverse and the Hermit in reverse are 2 cards of pause. They are in reverse. So it's time to really reevaluate and move forward in a new direction. Like it's time to let all these new things come in. I feel kind of guided to get a couple more like clarifiers in here. So let's see. What is their new thing? 8 of Cups. Okay. Some of you guys may be going a little deeper in your soul's journey. But I'm also hearing possibly traveling, like really going after what you want. Like if you've spent most of your life doing what others wanted, or people pleasing, or put your own dreams on the back burner, it's time to go start doing the things that you want to do for you, and don't let other people or your past hold you back. It's time to go after your own future, your own direction that you need to go. 4 of Wands was underneath this card. So 4 of Wands is a card of commitment. It's a card of celebration. So some of you guys, as you're going towards being your most authentic self and letting your guard down a little bit, you're going to be rewarded by potentially like a new connection, a new love, a new just vitality feeling of really things working out finally and without much effort. It's almost going to be like, once you can be like, okay, these things don't serve me, I'm letting them go and I'm moving towards the things that do. You're going to find out like life is going to start getting so much easier when you're allowing things to flow in as they should. Okay, let's see what this one was. We have the Magician and we have a 6 of Swords in reverse. So, okay, my guides are saying the other way. All right, so 6 of Swords in reverse. So we're going from chaos to calm, but also you can travel. Like if you've been wanting to travel, if you've been wanting to go adventuring, even maybe move to a new city, that also might be what you need to finally do for yourself. But again, like we have the Magician, so you are the manifester in your life. You are the creator of your life. And it's really time to step into your own power and realize that what you can create for yourself. But it is going to be the cost of that, the cost of this new life, the cost of this new way of being is letting the old go. But you don't need it. It's not helping at this point. So it's moving away from all those things that no longer serve you in order to find your new direction, your new way forward. Oops. And then we had a 9 of Pentacles underneath. They told me to flip it. So 9 of Pentacles, you're going to be reaping, you're going to be like harvesting all the things that, like that's going to be your shift. As you're putting new things in, it's going to be very bountiful. You're also going to be feeling very secure in your thought process and realize that you're finally on the throne that you deserve. You're going to be standing in your own independence. You're going to feel so solid in you. And it's such a beautiful energy, guys. So hopefully you take this to heart. You know, if there's some things that you've been holding on to that are just hurting your hand to hold on to, it's time to let them go. And I know I keep harping on that, but that's the message they keep giving me. So, all right, I picked up this deck yesterday. I got it from Amazon. It's Mindful Messages, and I've been pleasantly surprised with it. So I haven't looked through them all, but let's see what do you guys need to hear. What else does pile 2 need to hear? Recharge. I invite the magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. If I'm ever feeling low, I simply step outside and appreciate the natural miracles in life. Being in nature lifts my spirit and recharges my energy. So yeah, like if you're having a hard time connecting or you're feeling a little out of sorts, you're being guided to also recharge in nature if you can. I know it's cold right now. Even if you can bring a plant in or buy a plant for your home, and just connecting with nature, maybe have some crystals. You know, if you don't have any, that's another way of bringing like the earth with you, because I mean, crystals, like this is like the earth took millions of years to make these crystals. Like that's amazing. Like if you look into how like geodes and stuff are made, which I looked through my daughter's little picture book the other day, and I didn't realize, like, I mean, I probably should know this, but I didn't realize that some of these are millions of years old, like in the earth, and it made that. So that's so cool. Sorry, I just nerded out on you for a second. But so bringing that in, having a crystal, even if you have your favorite one, keeping it on you, knowing that you have that grounding energy. If you can't get outside, if it's snowing and you're freezing and you don't want to be out there, if you can get outside, rock on, do it. But you know, there are other options on keeping like a grounding force with you. I'm also like guided to say, like, if you need grounding things, anything black is going to help ground you, or red, like anything with like the root chakra colors and black crystals typically. If you know the colors of the chakras, you can also, like, a lot of the crystals correspond with those colors. So keep that in mind. But things that ground you and bring you just feeling secure in your life when you're feeling frazzled. All right, so what else for pile 3, please? Together. I love working together with others and how it makes once impossible dreams possible. I see there's strength in unity and how much I can accomplish together. Asking for help is not weak, it's powerful. So this like made me think of the 4 of Wands. Like you're going to be having connections in your life that you can count on, that you can feel solid within. This also could be like some soul family coming in or connecting with your soul family. I luckily know a lot of mine. I'm so very blessed. But what I started saying, I started putting it out in the universe personally, like I want to meet my soul family. And then I started saying I'm a magnet for my soul family. So anytime I would talk to anybody, it's like, oh, I'd like draw them in like nobody's business. And the more people have gravitated to me. So it's been a really beautiful adventure with meeting all my soul family, and a lot of them I've gotten to meet in person over this past year. So those are connections that could be coming in for you as well. But sometimes just put that note in, like note out into the universe that you want to draw in those people that make you feel connected and seen and loved and cherished for who you are. And you guys just understand each other, because like connecting with your soul family is a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right. And then your last card, we have opportunities for growth. Everything is happening for me in my evolution. I'm not a victim of the things that happened. Again, we're letting go of the old victim mentality, letting go of anything that happened in the past. I take ownership of my life and I make the best of the challenges along my journey. I see how difficult moments help me to become the better version of myself, and I am thankful for them. So again, like if you're holding on to things that you didn't learn something from, like figure out what that lesson was or what you can see about what you went through, as horrible as it is. I'm telling you, I know that I seem super sunshiny. I did not have an easy life. I don't need pity for that or anything like that, but I learned from all those experiences. They made me who I am, and so I wouldn't change it for the world. So if you can get to a level of, yeah, some really bad things happened, or I didn't love that, but who did it make me? And, you know, can I have it make me be a more solid, caring, kind, understanding person? Then, you know, try to find the good in it. Try to find the good in the things, because it can shape you into a beautifully caring, understanding, and solid person. Even the hard things. The hard things are actually the most. Like, I've never met a wise person that had an easy past. It just doesn't happen. That wisdom comes through trials and errors and triumphs and hardships and all those things. It gives you a different perspective. So if you can look back at all those things and realize that, wow, it gave me such an amazing perspective on XYZ that nobody else has, and what can I do with this? What good can I bring out of this thing that happened? You know, and so there's so much opportunity for growth in all those things. So those are the only things that you want to carry into your future, is the beautiful strength that it gave you, the beautiful view it gave you, the something, you know. And if you went through a situation that you can't find that in, then don't force it. But it's time to let those go and just at least shut the door and be like, I will never be that person. I will never do that to somebody else. That's not how I want to be or what I want to experience ever again. Then that maybe was the lesson in that, or maybe there's no lesson, just life is just hard sometimes. But don't let it continue to halt you now. I know I keep beating that dead horse. So, all right, pile 3. I hope this helped. I hope this gave you some insight. I hope you guys like this reading. I've been trying to do some more different readings mixed in with my normal ones that fill my cup a little bit more. I love these kind of things. They just build me so much passion as I'm doing them. So thank you guys so much for being here with me, for tuning in, spending your time. It's truly an honor, and I look forward to seeing you guys in a future reading. Bye, guys.